Yo, what's up, guys? It's Pineapple King. This is day 8 of the schedule predictions, baby. And here we are. We are doing the Cincinnati Bengals, baby. If you haven't seen this before, go check out all my other videos because I will spoil it at the end. Follow everything down below to enter the spin, but let's get right into it with obviously your best moves. We're extending your star wide receivers, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, getting a better defensive coordinator. Look, the holdout situation is bad, but with Shamar Stewart and Trey Hendrickson, like you went out all out on your offense, paying your wide receivers so much money, and kind of just getting offensive line help. You first didn't. I mean, you drafted a defensive player, which you needed, but your hypothetical top two defensive players next year are not even on contracts right now, and one's a rookie. That's ridiculous. But let's get into it. Cleveland Browns week 1. Do you guys remember what happened last week 1? It's gonna happen again. Joe Flacco's gonna have one good game in him, and it's gonna be this game right here, and then he's gonna crumble like the flake he is. But that's the next episode, I'm pretty sure. The Jags, on the other hand, are not really going to be ready. Travis Hunter's not going to fit that role yet, and you're at home. I think that's a dub right there. The Jags are going to have to heat up, just like the Bengals, because you're facing J.J. McCarthy in week 3, and he actually dots up your defense. You have nearly a pretty bad defense, especially if you don't get the contract issues situated. All the more reason why Jettas cooks you, even if J.J. McCarthy is technically a rookie, even because he didn't play his rookie year. And then you got the powerful Browns in Denver. And that defense is good enough to hold the offense, even though your offense is stacked. And that offense is way better than the defense. Like, your offense-defense comparison it's bad. The Broncos will cook your defense. So you start the season 1-3, and it's not looking good. Maybe by this point, I know in the past, like, Chris Jones had his issues. Like, you get Trey Hendrickson by week 4, because then you come back and play it in Paycor against the Lions, and you beat them. You beat them. The Lions are going to be wishy-washy this season. Who knows? Jared Goff's just getting older. But now you're 2-3. You feel a little bit better, but then you lose. You lose to the Packers because Jordan Love is having a hell of a year this year. And it's at Lambeau Field, which doesn't help. And I hate to break it to you, but these high-power offense teams, besides the Lions, are going to beat you in these situations. But then you have a quick turnaround Thursday Night Football. Steelers, you beat them. Feel good about that. Division rival. It's always good beating division, especially if it's going to be semi-competitive this year besides the Browns. You lose to the Jets, though. A really bad start to the season. You're at 3-5 right now, and you do win against the Bears. You have 3 home games, and you win 2 of them, which is good comparing to starting out 2-4. You win 2 of your next 3 games. I think the Jets' offense isn't going to be as good. We don't know how Justin Fields is going to be, but your defense is so bad. He's going to cook you. But I think you can cook the Bears' defense for sure, because the Jets' defense can hold you, but the Bears' defense will not. You head into the bye week, 4-5. Something's got to change. I don't know what it is, but something will change. Or maybe they'll just lock in. I don't know. But you play the Steelers after the bye week, and you lose. How do you get a bye week, an extra week of rest, and then lose? You play them at home. You don't play them at home. You play them at their home. Heartbreaking, man. That Steelers defense is going to look good. And if Aaron Rodgers can actually play, he doesn't have to play that well to dot up your defense. Half these games are going to be like fucking 41-44 final score. It's going to be ridiculous. Play the Patriots in Paycor. That's a dub. Drake May's falling apart. That team's going to suck. Even though people think that they might do good, bad, like actual good and compete. Bills have that division on wraps, as you saw in the video. If you didn't, go check that out. First time you play the Ravens, quick turnaround Thursday Night Football, you lose. It's in Baltimore, and it's Thursday Night Football. Hate to see it. This 3 week schedule right here is actually like ridiculous. Because then you play the Bills right after you play the Ravens. You maybe get like an extra 3 days of rest. It doesn't matter, bro. That is actually like so bad. You have to go to the Ravens and then go to the Bills. Horrible stretch of games. And you're sitting here with 5 wins, 7 losses, 8 losses. And man, what do you even do? What do you even do in this scenario? Well, you beat the Ravens at Paycor. Not bad. You split the series with them. You beat Miami in Miami because the offense is heating up. Oh, and then hey, you beat the Cardinals. Hey, and then you get your revenge on the Browns. Your long-awaited revenge throughout the entire season. So you do. You know what? You finish off the season on a high note. At 9-8. So let's go check that out. Last year I had you at 11-6. I was a believer. Um, and your actual ranking was 9-8. Wait. That's supposed to say 9-8, but you make the playoffs. You make the playoffs. That's supposed to say 9-8. Mess that up, but you sneak into the playoffs, and maybe you can actually do something with your 9-8 season this time because it felt like you got cut short last year. But that'll be all for the Cincinnati Bengals. Your super high-powered offense. Hopefully, I don't think you can go far, especially if you play the Bills, which is what you have right now. I think you lose to the Bills in the playoffs here, round one exit, until you seriously invest in that defense. Which I know you can't because you paid your wide receivers too much money, but we'll see. Check out all the socials below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.